Hi, in this video we are going to look at reflexive AR verbs in the present tense. In a previous video, we looked specifically at the verb lavarse, which is a reflexive verb, and we learned about reflexive verbs using the verb lavarse. But in this video, we're going to look at all AR verbs, just in general AR verbs that are reflexive. So let's start out with reviewing what is a reflexive verb. A reflexive verb is a verb where the subject and the object are the same. So let's take a look at some examples. Baño al perro. I bathe the dog, right? I is the subject from I bathe. The dog is the object. Those are two different things, I and the dog. Versus me baño, me baño. Now, because we have this reflexive pronoun here, and the ending for the yo form, right? I bathe myself, or we might say in English, I take a bath. The subject and the object are the same. I am doing the bathing, and the thing that I'm bathing is myself. So that's where we need this reflexive pronoun. And I'm going to write an RP here for reflexive pronoun. Let's look at some more examples. Prepara el pastel. So prepara el pastel, he or she prepares the cake. The subject is he or she, right? He or she prepares. And the object, what are they preparing? The cake, okay? So those are two different things, he or she and the cake. Versus se prepara, well, now we have this reflexive pronoun. So he or she prepares, and in this case, him or herself. The subject, he or she, and the object, the thing that they're preparing, in this case, him or herself, are the same, and we have this reflexive pronoun. We might say instead of he or she prepares him or herself, we might say he or she gets ready in English, and in Spanish, se prepara. Levantas pesas, levantas pesas. So you, we have this ending here for you, you lift weights. The subject is you, and the object is weights. Versus te levantas, te levantas. Now the subject is you and the object is yourself. You are getting up, or you are lifting yourself, but it's how you'd say you get up in Spanish. So here we have the reflexive pronoun. Okay, so if the subject and object are different, I bathe the dog, he prepares the cake, you lift weights, we don't have the reflexive pronoun. If the subject and object are the same, I bathe myself, he or she prepares him or herself or gets ready, you lift yourself up, or we might say you get up. They're the same, then we need these reflexive pronouns. So here are some examples of more reflexive AR verbs in Spanish. Bañarse, to bathe. Prepararse, to prepare. Peinarse, to comb. So in the infinitive form, we have the stem, bañ, prepar, pein. We have the AR ending, ar, and we have this reflexive pronoun here, se, okay? So when we conjugate these verbs, here's what we do. We put the reflexive pronoun in front, just like we saw up above. Then we have the stem plus the correct ending. These are all AR verbs, so we are going to use AR endings. So the reflexive pronoun is, well, here, I'll just show you this whole chart here. Maybe that's easier. So here we have all of the reflexive pronouns. For yo, it's me. For tú, te. Usted, se. Él, ella, se. Nosotros, nosotras, nos. Vosotras, vosotras, vosotros or vosotras, os. Ustedes, se. Ellos or ellas, se. So that is step one, is to use those reflexive pronouns. All right. Step two is the stem, and the stem is everything that's left when we take off the ending. And in this case, the ending we take off is the arse. All right. So I have this stem here for you. Bañ, prepar, pein. And then step three is to add the ending. And we're just using our regular AR endings that we've learned about. O, as, a, amos, ais, on. So for example, you guys take a bath would be ustedes se bañan. Or nosotros, we get ready, we prepare ourselves. Nosotros nos preparamos. Okay, let's look at one more. You comb yourself, you comb your hair. Tú te peinas. All right. In the space down here, write a summary of what you just learned about AR reflexive verbs. Adios.